welcome back to the Explainer. Okay, so today we're doing something really cool. We're actually looking past all those poetic metaphors about spiritual awakenings, and we're diving straight into the hard science of profound personal transformation. We're going to look at the literal, measurable, biological shifts happening right up there in your brain that can completely alter the trajectory of your life. Seriously, we are breaking down the neurobiology of how you can architect your very own quantum leap. Let's get into it.
Think about this for a second. What if your thoughts could physically rewire your brain? Crazy, right? We usually kind of treat our minds like they're just passengers trapped inside the rigid vehicle of our brains. But modern science? It's telling us a totally different story. Those massive breakthroughs, those deep spiritual awakenings we're all looking for, they aren't just ideas. They are actual biological events. They are the literal signature of a mind grabbing the steering wheel.
Which brings us to Section 1, the myth of fixed brains. So for decades, the old school scientific dogma was basically that your brain's structure was locked in stone right after early childhood. The old view was that you were dealt a neurological hand and, well, you just had to play it. But, and this is a massive but, modern neuroscience has completely flipped this. They validated what mystics have literally been saying for centuries. The modern view is that the mind continually changes and actively shapes the physical brain. And the whole shebang comes down to this one crucial word: neuroplasticity. Basically, neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to form new connections, reconfigure old ones, and get this, even grow entirely new tissue in response to your thoughts and experiences. Your brain is not a fixed piece of hardware. It is highly, highly fluid.
All right, Section 2, sculpting the quantum leap.
I love how researcher Joe Dispenza frames this. He says mind is the product of consciousness manipulating the subtle and diverse neural tissues of the brain. He's basically arguing that consciousness isn't just some accidental byproduct of your brain firing off. No, it's the primordial force actually shaping it. When you think differently, especially when you really lock in with intense intention, you aren't just adopting some fleeting new belief. You are physically paving new neural pathways. Dispenza actually calls this a quantum change. It's a radical, absolute leap from one state of being to another. Take mental rehearsal as an example. It turns out, vividly imagining a behavior activates the exact same neural regions as actual physical movement. It's wild. Your brain actually starts preparing for a totally new reality before your physical body ever even moves a muscle. So internal change literally always precedes external transformation. Your thought, that is the literal first gesture of manifestation. So how do we actually do this? Let's look at Section 3, attention as a rewiring tool.
I want you to think of your attention as a kind of currency. It's the currency you spend every single day to rewire your mind. And if attention is the currency, well then meditation is the entire economy of rewiring. It's super simple. Where you invest your focus directly determines the structural growth of your neural landscape. The brain doesn't necessarily adapt to what is objectively true in the outside world, right? It adapts to what you repeatedly pay attention to. Dr. Daniel Siegel hit the nail on the head with this. He says, how we focus our attention shapes the structure of the brain. It's so profound. Sustained attention literally acts like a sculptor. It is the chisel hitting the stone of your internal landscape. And Siegel actually coined a fantastic acronym for how this works. SNAG. SNAG. It stands for Stimulate Neuronal Activation and Growth. Here's what happens. When you really focus your attention, you trigger this incredible cascade of biological responses. Neurons fire together, genes turn on, proteins form, and synapses get stronger. You are literally snagging new circuits into existence. It's an active, real-time, physiological building process. And you know, the hard, measurable evidence totally backs this up. When we look at brain scans from long-term meditators, we actually see increased cortical thickness in the areas related to empathy and emotional regulation. We also see what Siegel calls the left anterior shift, which basically translates to way better moods and emotional resilience when things get stressful. Oh, and for really advanced practitioners, we even see elevated gamma brainwaves, which are markers of hyperlucid awareness firing off even while they are in deep, dreamless sleep. The literal physical hardware of their brains has fundamentally upgraded, no way around it. Now, what happens when all these new pathways sync up? Section 4, the harmony of integration. Dr. Siegel points out something really crucial here.
He notes that integration isn't just a happy side effect of well-being, it literally is well-being. He uses the FACES model to describe this ultimate goal of mental health and spiritual coherence. When your brain is fully integrated, your whole flow state becomes flexible, adaptive, coherent, energized, and stable. FACES. And this integration, it actually happens across 4 specific domains. First up, you've got horizontal integration, which is bridging your rational left brain and your imaginative right brain. Next is vertical integration, which connects your raw bodily physical sensations all the way up through your limbic emotions to your higher cognition. Then there's narrative integration, which is taking all your fragmented memories and constructing a cohesive, coherent life story out of them. And finally, state integration. This is bringing those hidden, unconscious patterns out into the light of awareness so they can finally be transformed. All of this creates a self that is no longer fractured by old programming.
But the deepest transformations, those really kick in when we realign the relationship between 2 specific areas of the brain. On one side, you have the limbic system. This is the seat of your emotions, your survival instincts, all those reactive automatic habits. On the other side is the prefrontal cortex. Think of this as the domain of reflection, regulation, and really, the conductor of your brain's entire symphony. Mindfulness actually activates that prefrontal cortex, which allows it to step in and calm down the reactivity of the limbic system. It creates that absolutely crucial pause between a stimulus and your response. That pause right there, that's the biological basis for what spiritual teachers call witness consciousness. Okay, moving on to a really cool biological shortcut. Section 5, mirror neurons and empathy. I need you to just let this staggering biological truth sink in for a second. Your brain does not distinguish between an actual experience and an observed experience. Let me say that again. It doesn't know the difference. This is all thanks to the magic of mirror neurons. These specialized neurons fire not just when you perform an action, but when you simply observe someone else doing it. It's like your brain is doing a test run just by watching.
Siegel bundles these mirror neurons into a larger system that he calls resonance circuits. Basically, these are the neural systems responsible for empathy and self-empathy. They allow us to map our own minds and align our internal intentions with external reality. Because your brain literally can't tell the difference between doing something and just observing it, Greg Braden points out that we can actually borrow experiences from the world around us. By using empathy and imagination, we can reprogram our own neural circuitry. We tune ourselves into alignment, matching who we are internally with who we are becoming externally. It creates this profound inner coherence.
And that brings us to the real climax of this whole process. Section 6, the Emergent Awakened Self.
See, when you decouple those automatic limbic patterns by using conscious awareness, you finally gain access to real choice. You step right out of those old survival habits and into pure creativity. This creates that massive aha moment. It's a realization so complete that it creates a literal rupture in the old self. And boom, it opens a portal to the new you. As this integration deepens, your ego actually starts to loosen its grip. Your self becomes less of a rigid defensive identity and much more of a transparent witness. A core, luminous presence emerges. Siegel describes this as transpirational integration, which is basically a felt neural alignment with the sense of being part of a vast interconnected whole. I mean, we're talking about the biology of a true spiritual awakening here.
So how do we actually invite this biological grace into our lives? Well, here is your 4-step blueprint. Step 1, maintain an attentive presence. Step 2, practice emotional openness. Step 3, cultivate inner stillness. And step 4, just allow the neural shift to unfold. A true leap in consciousness, you can't force it. Actually, scratch that. If you try to force it, you'll block it. It must be allowed. You are quite literally just creating the optimal biological conditions for your brain to let go of the old and attune to the new.
To wrap up, I want to leave you with a really powerful question. Your brain is not a cage, it's a canvas. It is perfectly biologically designed to reshape itself in response to your focus and your intention. The physical hardware is just sitting there waiting for your command. So the question is, if your brain is perfectly designed to reshape itself, what new reality will you allow it to sculpt today? Thank you so much for hanging out with me in this explainer. Keep focusing, keep growing, and I will see you next time as we continue to unpack the incredible mechanics of your mind.
Thank you for watching. If something in this resonated with you, then you're already closer than you think. if you're ready to go deeper, there's a link below to my book, Quantum Manifestation: How to Collapse Time and Shift Timelines. This isn't theory. It's a framework you can actually use. Tap the link below and step into it.